several JPAR agents have made it up in some pretty big articles in Inman and some other publications, even Housing Wire, talking about their clients who actually utilize this. So JPAR has been a really amazing partner, and your agents are killing it.
Welcome to Success Superstars, episode number 134, your place for innovation and the blueprint for success for peak performers just like you. My special guest this morning, Stephen Freudenberg, the Director of Real Estate for Knock nationally. Stephen, welcome.
Good morning, Mark. How are you?
Yeah, knock, knock.
Yeah, don't get enough of those.
Do you guys get tired of knock, knock jokes?
Actually, you know what? I don't hear enough good ones. I need some original, some new versions.
Oh, well, you know, we just interviewed one of the leading comedians, and I'll ping him for the new twists on knock, knock.
Yeah, I would love that. Some fresh content.
Yeah, well, so Stephen, we've had this amazing relationship over the past year, and I don't think enough people know about Knock and what Knock does. But before we get into that, tell us a little bit about your journey and how you got involved in the Knock team.
Yeah. So I'll give you the semi-short and sweet version of it. So I studied public relations at the University of Georgia. I'm currently in Atlanta still, so came right over to Atlanta from Athens, Georgia back in 2012 when I graduated. Moved into the entertainment space, but then got my real estate license just for fun, right, to see what happens as the market was recovering from '08. And then very quickly got wrapped up in real estate and ended up taking a job over at Redfin. And then Sean Black, our CEO at Knock, found me in, what year was it? 2016, reached out to me and said, hey, I'm one of the former co-founders of Trulia.com. I'm starting a new company in real estate, and you look like you could be an interesting fit for this. So we met up, and that was that, right? We met up 2016, and I was actually Knock's first employee back then in the Atlanta area. So it's been a wild ride. It's been great.
So employee number one, and I knew Sean and I had something in common, always be recruiting. Top 10.
Yeah.
Well, so congratulations on your success, and now you're bringing that to Knock. Tell us a little bit in a nutshell, what is Knock and why would anyone care?
Yeah, so Knock is we like to refer to ourselves as the first online home swap platform. So we're a tech company that's created this really unique lending product called the Home Swap that allows customers to buy their new house before they've even listed their old house for sale. And it's a way to do this where they get into their new house, get the convenience of getting in there before they sell the old one, but then they sell their old house on the market and they keep their equity. They don't sacrifice it or pay crazy fees to make the whole thing work. And best of all, we partner with real estate agents and brokerages like JPAR. So JPAR was, I think, our first partner, maybe one of our first partners. Mm-hmm. And so in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, we launched with y'all and got this thing kicked off where we work as a lending partner, your agents still work as the agent. So it's a really, really neat program that brings a lot of value to the customer and honestly to the agent too, helping everybody. You know, agent closes more business, helps more people, and customers are ultimately a lot happier, especially in a market like this with COVID and everything else going on. So it's a really, really neat concept.
So the consumer gets convenience, certainty, clarity. You know, they get a lot of things there. But now people are confused because sometimes when I mention Knock, they immediately think of iBuyer. Many of the iBuyer platforms are out there. So what's the difference between Knock and an iBuyer type platform?
Yeah, that's a great question, Mark. I mean, iBuyers provide some really interesting experiences, I guess, and a really unique value proposition, right? Sell your old house to us. Don't deal with listing it on the market. You get convenience, but it usually comes with a little bit of a cost. So there's a cost to those companies of buying that existing home, right? Holding onto it. There's a cost of capital, buying it, holding onto it, closing on it, and then reselling it. They kind of pass on to the customer. So one thing that we do that makes us a lot different from the iBuyer is we've created this as a lending product. So we're not buying the customer's old house. We're actually allowing them to leverage their equity in that old house up front, but they ultimately sell it on the market with their agent. And then they buy their new house with a conventional loan product. So they're not paying any extra fees for the convenience versus with an iBuyer, you get hit with that cost that they pay in terms of the customer and what they pay to make the whole transaction work. So it's what we're doing is a really unique spin. And we used to get confused with iBuyers all the time, but it's a unique spin on that same kind of idea of how do we bring more convenience to the real estate transaction and more certainty and hopefully cost savings to the customer. But with us, cost savings is a big one of those C's. It's a big one to us.
Yeah, so they can still work with their favorite real estate professional at JPAR. They can still have some say and control. I think they get an allowance for repairs and such, do they not?
Yeah, there are a lot of benefits. So we'll let them work with your agent, just like they said. So they work with their favorite agent, the customer does. They get basically an equity advance that allows them to leverage their equity that they have in their old house to buy the new one. It'll cover their down payment on the new house. It'll cover old mortgage payments. So while they buy the new house, they pay the new mortgage. We'll cover the old one while they're selling it. So they're not paying two mortgages at the same time. And then, like you mentioned, home prep. So most listings, especially when they're going to be vacant, do a lot better if you prep them for sale, right? Paint the walls neutral, clean the carpets, replace the carpets, whatever it may be. And so we have a home prep concierge service where we'll allow the customer to leverage up to $25,000 to fix their listing up, to get it ready for sale. And we've got a team, we call it concierge, because we've got a team that will help of former contractors that will help coordinate the repairs, follow up with the contractors, make sure the work gets done. And ultimately, that helps the agent because your houses, your listings look better, right, when they're on the market. It helps the customer because the listing sells a little bit faster when it's vacant and it looks really great. And it helps everybody because the listing usually sells for more too when that's all done. So that's a big part of the value prop here.
So it's the ultimate inconvenience. So to kind of make this super simple, the current house I live in and own, if I find the house down the street that I've always wanted to buy that model, I could call you all and you would basically help me just trade, in a sense, it's a trade or a swap, whatever term we want to use, swap out of my existing home into the new one, make it very convenient for me. And while I move out of the old one, I move into the new one, you help us kind of fix this one up a little bit and my agent gets it sold. Is that basically the concept?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And because it's a loan product, there's no additional closing. So there are some other unique, companies out there that offer products in the real estate space to help with similar ideas, but they end up being more expensive because there's an extra closing with them, the company buying a house. With us, customer buys their new house themselves. They get a loan to do it. It's conventional loan, so nothing scary or unique there. And then when you sell the old house, you sell the old house. There's no extra closing, so no extra cost.
Right. So if they want to learn more about it, they can obviously go to knock.com and on your website, knock.com, do they have all the markets that you're currently offer the service in?
Yeah. The plan, I like to say the plan is world domination, but right now we are in select markets and expanding quickly. So there's a tab on the top of knock.com that says cities, and the knock.com, or I think it's actually knock.com/cities, or it's just that tab on top and it shows you all of our current markets.
Right. It's currently for sure DFW, Austin, San Antonio, and the Texas markets. I know we're in Atlanta and Denver and a few others. So the JPAR Nation is so proud to be associated and partnered with Knock and provide this amazing service to our consumer and agent base.
Yeah, and we love partnering with JPAR. Y'all have been really amazing. I know several of your agents have already been featured. We've been putting public relations press releases out there, right, to get the story out around this new product. And several JPAR agents have made it up in some pretty big articles in Inman and some other publications, even Housing Wire, talking about their clients who actually utilize this. So JPAR has been a really amazing partner, and your agents are killing it. I'm glad to see deals going under contract left and right.
As you know, our values are productivity and service, and we live those out. And our hashtag is exceeding expectations, and it's not just a hashtag. We believe it, we instill it, and our associates, our staff, our leadership live it and breathe it. And so I'm glad to hear that comes through as one of our preferred partners, that you're seeing that as well. Well, as we wrap up this episode of Success Superstars, anything that you'd like to share with our audience before we wrap up?
I would just say check us out, right? Go to knock.com, reach out to Mark. I know you've done a great job, Mark, personally, of promoting us, which has been great. But yeah, check out knock.com. We're really excited to work with JPAR, and hopefully as we grow, our plan is to be in over 20 markets, 21 markets by the end of 2021 as our official term or phrase here. So we're planning to be in as many places as possible. And I know JPAR is all over the place, and y'all are growing really, really quickly. And we also put people first. So one of our mantras as a company is Popsicle, and one of the letters in Popsicle stands for people first. So similar to exceeding expectations,
right.
We want to put people first and provide these amazing experiences. So super excited to partner with JPAR and to expand this, right, as we grow and as JPAR grows to help more customers with a better experience. We like to say that the home swap is a better way. It's a smarter way to buy and sell.
Right.
So excited to work with JPAR to make it happen.
Well, there you go. And if check out knock.com, and if you're looking to check out an innovative brokerage and brand that is growing and bringing innovation like this to the marketplace, check out jparready.com. We'd love to have a conversation. With that, Stephen, thank you for joining us on this episode, and we'll see you soon. Take care.
Thanks so much, Mark.